Hello, my name is Carlos with NYE Staffing. Today I'm going to explain what to know in order to hire a bartender or staff for your wedding. When it comes to hiring a bartender, there are two main options: a full-service bartender or a bartender for a labor only. Here is a breakdown of the difference between the two. Full-service bartender. A full-service bartender is officially hired from a company or vendor that specializes in bartending services. These bartenders usually come with a bar setup, including all the necessary equipment: shakers, ice buckets, glassware, strainers, etc., and supplies like mixers, beaters, or garnishes. They may also offer a customized drink based on the client's preferences and can provide recommendations for quantities of alcohol and other things to purchase. In addition to bartending, a full-service bartender can help with other aspects of the bar service, such as setting up the bar area, maintaining cleanliness throughout the event, and ensuring that all guests are legal drinking age. They can also provide additional staff, such as barbacks or servers if needed. On the other hand, bartender by labor only is typically hired directly by the client or event host. They are responsible for providing their own equipment and supplies and may or may not have experience in event bartending. They are typically only responsible for bartending duties and not for other aspects of bar service. While hiring a bartender for labor only may be less expensive upfront, it can end up costing more in the long run if the bartender is not experienced enough in event bartending and does not have the necessary equipment and supplies. Additionally, the client will be responsible for setting up the bar area and ensuring that all necessary supplies are on hand. Some people can ask these questions: how many bartenders will you need? In this case, a bartender needed for a wedding will depend on the factors such as the size of the guest list, the service area, the amount of guests, and the complexity on the menu. As a general rule of thumb, you'll want to have at least one bartender for every 50 or 75 guests. If you're serving beer and wine only, you may be able to get away with a fewer bartenders. However, if you're serving a bull bar with a variety of cocktails, you may need more bartenders to keep up with the demand and ensure that guests are served quickly and efficiently. In addition to the number of bartenders, it is also important to consider the amount of time they'll be working. Typical wedding reception can last anywhere of 4 to 6 hours, but you want to make sure your bartenders are there for all the event. We already talked about how many bartenders, what are the difference. Now, where to place the bar. I'm going to give you some tips about it. So consider the flow of guests. The location of the bar should be located in the flow where people are moving. So it's very important that you don't want guests to have to walk away too far, too close to get a drink, especially if the weather is not appropriate. So be mindful about this aspect. Another tip to avoid creating congestion in areas in the event is very important to not locate the bar right next to the buffet station. This will keep your event and the layout of the premises organized. Consider the layout of the venue. The layout of the venue will also play a role in determining where to place the bar. For example, if the reception is being held in a large ballroom or outdoor space, you may need to have multiple bars placed throughout the area to minimize wait times and ensure that guests are served quickly. If the reception is being held in a smaller space, you may only need one bar. Thank you very much for watching. This was Carlos with NYE Staffing. I hope that this video about bartending in weddings will be helpful for you. See you next time.